It's Saturday. That means it's time for the half hour of horror with me, Aaron McClain, my co-host as usual. Hey, it's Chase. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. I hope you are.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. It's Saturday. I got family in town. We got a family weekend.
Oh,
My kid has a dance performance tonight. And
oh,
yeah, I'm super excited to see her do her thing, but I'm not excited for the other 3 hours of this performance.
wait, wasn't it around this time last year?
Yes.
Yeah, last time it was in the afternoon. I remember it was like me and our producer Mike, because you were like, "Hey guys, go ahead and get started. I'm gonna join in later." And it turned out you said it
And
was
I
like
got stuck in it for hours. Yeah.
4 hours long.
Had no idea. And this time I'm prepared, but it is like, this is a lot, guys. It starts at 6 p.m. tonight. And it's like little kids. It's crazy. You know what? But hey,
that's past most of their bedtimes, probably.
past my bedtime. I mean, seriously, gonna be ridiculous. But hey, you know, that's it's gonna be fun. She's excited, and you know, it'll be great. So I got my dad in town. We're hanging out and doing some fun stuff. Today we're talking about some yucks and ha-has. It's parodies and spoofs, and I learned a lot about like classifications. If you had a video store, where would you put some of these movies? And there's kind of a like, people argue about this. Like, a spoof is like Scary Movie, like Not Another Teen Movie. That's a spoof where it's just taking the existing material and being like, ha, we're making it funny. Whereas a parody is a little different, but kind of the same. It's like, it's more of like a comedy. It's a different plot, but it is making fun of the tropes and the ideas and the cliches in these movies. And then some of these are just straight up comedies where it's like their own version of it. But I'm really excited to sort of try and figure out what's what and how these all fit into the horror genre.
So a spoof would be, like you said, more the scary movies, Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
Where a parody would be something like the Naked Gun films, where it doesn't specifically make fun of a certain movie. It makes fun of a genre, like
The whole
Naked
thing,
Gun.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Naked Gun. That makes fun of like the detective neo-noir films.
Cop shows, yeah, exactly. So that's a parody. The spoof is literally taking like, hey, what if Ghostface smoked a bong? That's funny, right? And you're like, yeah, it's a little funny. All right, let's see where you go with this. I have found out that maybe I don't like spoofs. Some of them are funny. Absolutely, bits of them are funny, but they get. Maybe it's not my genre. I like that they're popular. I love that we got another Scary Movie coming out. Like, heck yeah, roast that shit, boys. But it is I get a little annoyed watching spoofs because I'm like, I don't know, like, it's so weird. The first Scary Movie I remember loving in like, when did that come out? High school?
2000.
Yeah, I was in high school.
2000.
Oh man, we watched this shit out of that movie over and over again. We thought it was so funny. I tried watching it again this time go around. I was like, spoofs also age immediately. They do not
Really?
age though, which is funny. That's almost even funnier.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, for me, I absolutely adore the first 3 Scary movies. I have the triple feature. Like, to me, I think more so Scary Movie 1 and 3, I think, have aged the best.
Okay.
Scary Movie 2 is still funny, but like, again, Scary Movie 2 has, like, it makes a lot of pop culture references that were relevant in 2001.
Right.
See, like me, I would get it because, again, I'm 36 years old. I was 11, getting ready to turn 12 when this movie came out. But say someone who's like, I don't know, maybe 20, 19, 18, like in between, like, you know, they wouldn't get it watching Scary Movie 2 because, again, it makes references to things that were popular at the time. It would just go over their head like, what the fuck? Like,
well, and that's the thing. Like, even like the Naked Gun movies, which I think are hysterical. I think they're really I think they really do hold up because they're based heavily on like situational humor. But like that genre of cop show, which was crazy everywhere at the time. I mean, Columbo, Police Files. Think about all the Law and Order shows that we had in the 90s and 2000s. It was even more so back in the 50s and 60s. Cop shows were the thing, cop and cowboy shows. So, like, this parody of police procedural, even in the 90s when that came out, was like hysterical and people got it. Now you're like, I guess I get it, but it's funny because it holds up because I think it's all like very physical humor, pratfalls and sight gags. But
Well, I mean, we still get the cop shows.
yeah,
Like, I mean, they're mostly on CBS and they're mostly targeted for, like, let's be real, the 45 and up crowd. And they're still very formulaic. Like,
yeah,
they're very much like the cops are going after some drug lord and there'll be some side plot about, like, Janowski, I know your wife left you, but you're a good cop. Like,
damn it, gun and badge on the desk now, McLean.
if you need to take some time off, Janowski, get this sorted out. No,
Yep.
this drug lord we're trying to catch is too important.
Always. So let's get into it. I always like, I like the history of things. One of the first movies to be sort of a parody, I suppose. Abbott and Costello were the hottest act in town, and they started doing crossovers with the Universal monsters. And there's a bunch of these, but Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. It's the first time they got the Avengers together. You got Dracula, you got Frankenstein, you got the Wolfman. They're all together in this one movie, and Abbott and Costello just whoop, 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 goofball their way through stuff. The movie's kind of fun. It's very cheesy and cute and very innocent, but it's considered canon in the Universal Monsters universe. They treat it as a real movie, and it's considered canon. And if you guys play board games, there's a board game called Horrified Universal Monsters, and Abbott and Costello are two characters in the game, and I love it. It's real cheesy, but it's fun. I watched this a lot as a kid. I had it on VHS, and that one got a lot of play from me.
I believe this is one I watched when we did our Frankenstein episode about 6 months ago. By the way, if you hadn't seen it, it's actually really good. Go back and watch it in the archives on YouTube. But yeah, this is one I checked out. Yeah, cheesy, but it is funny. And to me, it's funny that it's canon. I know I was at Walmart not too long ago, and they had this big box of Universal monsters. Like the Universal monster movies. Like, oh, you have it?
I got it right. It's right. I can see it. I can almost reach it. I'm going to grab it. Keep talking.
Yeah. So when Aaron gets back, I'm pretty sure Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein is in that. Okay. Okay. Isn't in the box set.
Yes.
Abbott and Costello.
Oh, yeah. All the Abbott and Costellos are in here. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman. Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. Yeah. Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. Yeah, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein are in two separate collections, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman. Pretty wild. There's a bunch of them in this. This is an incredible box set. If you guys like Universal Monsters, it has all of them. And a really cool booklet. And my surprisingly favorite disc out of all of this is The Invisible Man, because it has all the Invisible Man movies on here that I didn't even know existed. The Invisible Man Returns, The Invisible Woman, The Invisible Agent, The Invisible Man's Revenge, Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man.
See, I need to upgrade because I see it every time I go into Walmart. I think it's like, if you're willing to show it, I think it's like what, $130.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap, but
yeah, because the one I got was the one my partner got me when we first started dating, and it's like, I think it's a several film set. But it just has like the first Wolfman, the first Invisible Man, like first Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and then I got the Creature at the Black Lagoon set, which has the three
of them. Yeah,
those. So I need to eventually upgrade and get the entire box that you have, because they still sell it, so it's still on shelves.
It's so good. It really is. I mean, there's over 100 films in there. I mean, look at all these movies. That's a lot. That's awesome. What a box set. And they're really well done, and they look beautiful. Can't recommend them enough. But yeah, Abbott and Costello, that's like a crazy crossover, and it was just having a blast, and they were really popular. So I think that's a great place to start. It's definitely more of a parody than a spoof. But yeah, there's a whole handful of those from that era.
It's a kind of an in-universe parody where it's just
Mhm.
making fun of themselves. It's kind of like what I guess you could say Seed of Chucky
Yeah,
became, where Seed of Chucky is basically a self-parody of the entire franchise.
yeah, 100%. Which is fun, you know. I like it. What do you got? Let's hit me with one.
So Aaron, there got one that you're quite familiar with.
Oh no.
So let's do a little history lesson myself. So
Oh no.
in the mid 2000s, a book series came out written by Stephanie Meyer called Twilight. It's written by Stephanie Meyer, right? I think it is Stephanie Meyer.
Probably. I don't even know.
So let me fact check that so I don't look like a dumbass and people on TikTok are like, it's actually boy. Yeah, Stephanie Meyer.
Stephanie Meyer, yeah.
I was right. Suck it, TikTok people.
Yeah.
So came this huge book series.
Mm.
2008, the first film came out starring Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. And it developed a big franchise based on all the books. The first film that came out that was a parody or a spoof was Vampire Suck, which I didn't watch it. I know it's done by, let me look up their name. Their whole career, Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, whose career was basically just making spoof movies, and they're all fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them. So later on, when the series got even bigger, there was a parody film called Breaking Wind.
Oh Lord.
And whose name is in the credits?
This guy. I did the VFX on this. I did all the VFX on this. This was a very rough experience because you're sitting there and the director comes in. He's like, it's hilarious, right? And you're like, yeah, it's real funny, man. And then he's like, wouldn't it be funny if right here you had like a fart cloud? And you're like, if that's what you want, I'll do it. I'll put it in there. Wouldn't it be funny if like Angry Birds like flew out of this guy's ears? And you're like, yeah, Angry Birds is a thing right now. Yeah, I guess we could do that. And like they're just trying to spitball and none of it's funny. And they throw everything at the wall. And it's just one of those movies that you can't, like, you're watching, you're just like, oh no. Yeah. So I got paid to make this movie. It was absolutely bananas. And
I will say the visual effects on it are actually really solid. So
wow,
great job, Aaron.
Yeah, so and here's the funny part. So probably the thing that I consider myself best at is titles. Making titles for movies. And so when I had to get the Blu-ray of the original Breaking Dawn or whatever the actual Twilight movie was, and watch the opening title over and over and over again, absorb that, and then repeat it for the movie Breaking Wind to make a fart joke that looked exactly like their opening titles. I thought I nailed it.
Yeah. I thought, again, visual effects on the title card was good, but no, I remember like it was like a year or so ago where we talked about something and the subject of parody films came up, and you're like, oh yeah, I worked on one of those. So
it was bonkers.
So was it one of those when you worked on it? So you said you didn't think it was like when the director came in, hey, what if we just put a poop right here? Like, did any of the other like people in your team think, or are they just kind of like, yeah,
and the thing is, so like we made the movie, but then our company also did the test screenings for it, and so I've seen this movie a bizarre amount of times to not even enjoy it that much. Like normally, like when you're like, yeah, I got to see that movie a bunch, that's fun, or you work on a movie and you're like, man, it's cool to see your stuff on the big screen. This is one of those movies where you're just like embarrassed because like the crowd's kind of like, ha, ha, ha. Like that's like the amount of laughter this movie got like at test screenings. People were just kind of like, yeah, I get it. Okay. It was wild.
Hey, but the cool thing is it brought you to where you are now, working on awesome stuff like Walking Dead, Scream, the MTV series, and
gotta start somewhere, right?
Classic shows like Blackish and Modern Family. So
yeah.
Hey,
Oh man, yeah, I'm looking at the cast right now. Yeah, me, visual effects artist. Ron San Augustine was our roto artist, and then Ryan Wilmot was our compositor. R.I.P. Ryan, he was a good dude. But Ron San Augustine would always show up persimmons, just like grocery bags. He's like, my mom's persimmon tree is fruiting, and he just hands you a giant grocery bag full of persimmons. You're like, oh, cool. Oh man, that movie. This is it's a blast from the past, man. I still see it at Walmart in like the deep discount bin. And I like to play this game where you're like you got that giant bin of like $2 DVDs. You put your arm in all the way down, and you dig, 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 and you pull it out, and you're like, oh, there's Breaking Wind. Throw it back. Dig, 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 dig. It's like, oh, cool, Howard the Duck. Yeah, there's a lot of goofy movies there.
Another funny thing about this was released straight to video by Lionsgate.
Yep.
Which the Twilight films were released by Summit Entertainment, which would later get bought out by Lionsgate. So it's just kind of funny that Lionsgate has in their library all the Twilight films.
Yeah.
And then the spoof.
Shit, spoof. It's goofy. It's goofy. Let's talk about a good movie. Let's wash that taste out of our mouth. This is I want to talk about 1974, and this is I don't know if this is a parody or a spoof because it is directly making fun of the movie Young Frankenstein, considered one of the best comedies of all time by many, often in the conversation. A phenomenal, fun Frankenstein film. And I love this movie so much. It's super fun, super good, and really still funny to me. And I love this one so much. Is it a parody or is it a spoof? Because it is pretty spot on the nose.
Yeah, I would say it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
But the thing is, where we mentioned a lot of these parody films, like they make fun, like again, a lot of them are timely because they mix in films they're making fun of, which were popular at the time, and make pop culture references, which were popular at the time. And yes, El Inca said it's Frankenstein. But this one, it stands out on its own because again, it's very spot on. But again, Mel Brooks is a master at comedy, and it's about to be his 100th birthday, which is really cool.
So cool.
Yeah. So, but again, it stands on its own. It's hilarious. You got a classic performance from Gene Wilder, and it does it in a way that's tasteful and it's timeless.
Yeah, I think so. A big conversation I always get into when talking about comedies and stuff is that comedy is hard to be timeless because it is usually very topical. Our senses of humor are a very temporal and topical thing. How jokes work, how we tell jokes, it's usually very much by like a decade of time. How jokes were delivered in the 50s versus 60s versus 70s, all the way. It changes very quickly, surprisingly, and that's why comedies don't age well. People, the taste for humor, the ideas of jokes, a lot of times it doesn't hit. But I argue that a movie like Young Frankenstein or a movie like, say, Monty Python, The Holy Grail, every time somebody at a certain point is like watching the original Frankenstein movie or reading about King Arthur or reading Frankenstein, and then they discover this movie, it's fresh again. And they did a great job. They're not throwing like Nixon jokes in there. Like, it's very much about the movie and within the world that they've created. And I think that's why like period comedies like Young Frankenstein or Monty Python still hold up and still work great. I mean, even, Blazing Saddles, which is shocking for its time and shocking to this day, is still funny. If you're like, yeah, I get Western parodies, and, humor aside, it is, it holds up because you're always going to come back and be, rocked by what Mel Brooks does.
Or
Spaceballs. Yeah.
Or even something like this is Spinal Tap.
Yes.
Because again, even though it is making fun of like the classic band, like, the bands from the 70s and 80s and that style of music. But again, a lot of those bands are still touring. They're going on reunion tours,
right?
and we're still getting that. And the music's timeless. So it's a parody of just that whole genre. And then you had the sequel, Spinal Tap 2, which came out last year.
Yeah.
Which again was making fun of like the reunion tours, the old dudes getting back together. Like,
It's pretty funny. Um, yeah, I love I love those. Yeah, there's ways to maintain a comedy to be timeless, but it is. I think it does need to hit a certain mark, and that's always interesting. What's another one you got?
oh God, this is another terrible one.
Yeah, bring it.
1990 Repossessed, which is a spoof on The Exorcist, starring Leslie Nielsen, who stars in a lot of these spoof movies, and Linda Blair. Yeah, so I saw this when I was like 12 and I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I watched it last Sunday and it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's
bummer.
absolutely awful. Like, here's the thing. A lot of these spoof movies, again, we mentioned, have Leslie Nielsen in them. And even if the movie's terrible, usually Leslie Nielsen is hilarious because, again, it's Leslie Nielsen. You know it's bad when he's phoning it in.
Oh my goodness.
He
really like Leslie Nielsen is kind of the godfather of these parodies. Which is funny because like he was a very serious actor for all the time he was young, and then he starts doing Naked Gun and it takes off. He's in a, like I said, he's in a few, like you said, he's in a few of these movies. I have Dracula Dead and Loving It on here as a parody that he did, which was a very silly Dracula movie. Very silly.
Is it any good?
It's silly. Yeah, I saw this in high school and it was like, yeah, that's funny. It should have been in black and white, to be honest. Like that would have made it more like feel more like a Dracula movie. I mean, this is coming on the heels of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So, they're trying to parody that, but they don't parody Bram Stoker's Dracula. They are parodying, well, they do have some jokes with like the butt head hair and the weird old guy stuff. But it's more about the Universal one. I mean, it's classic Leslie Nielsen, but honestly, the Naked Gun films and Airplane were just peak for me in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, and also fun fact, because when I was doing my research, this movie came up. It's actually the last film Mel Brooks has directed to date.
This one is?
Yeah. He hasn't directed anymore. I think he's written and produced and starred and stuff. He's actually, I mean, speaking of spoofs, we're getting another Spaceball movies next year.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the last film he's directed to date.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean Mel Brooks definitely has his ups and downs, but when it hits, it hits. It's a fun one. I would not recommend it, but it's like it'd be fun to watch. Like if you were doing like a Dracula weekend, throw this on and see if it's funny. But there's I do like this whole bit where Renfield's like eating bugs. He's like, "Did you see a spider?" No. And he like keeps swallowing spiders. He's like, "I just saw you eat one." No, you didn't. Like that was pretty funny to me.
Yeah, again, whoever made Repossessed is not Mel Brooks because this was painfully unfunny. A lot of topical humor, and again, where Linda Blair, her character in The Exorcist, of course, we all know is Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, it's Nancy. Get it, Nancy Reagan.
Hey, I told you Reagan jokes.
Again, there's like a Barbara Walters joke. There's Ned Betty plays a character who has a wife, and it's parody of Tammy Faye and Jim Baker, of course, the big televangelists in the 80s. Again, watching that now, it's not very topical unless you watched Through the Eyes of Tammy Faye with Jessica Chastain, which she does phenomenal in. But yeah, again, so it's Ernest Weller and Fannie Ray.
I get that joke. That's funny. Some of these things, it's just like the lowest common denominator is like, does it rhyme with fart? Can we work it in there?
It's Bart. It's Bart, and he farts.
More like Fart Simpson. Get it? It's so dumb.
Put that in Breaking Wind, Aaron.
There you go. Right. Oh man, that's really funny. We should do that. That's great. Oh man. So yeah, don't watch Repossessed is what you're saying.
No, don't watch it. It's like I said, Leslie Nielsen is usually a highlight in these. You know it's bad when he's phoning it in. Like you could tell he does not care. So
I'm gonna hit you with this one. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It's a parody spoof horror movie with a phenomenal soundtrack. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That's the one song they have. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and they just go on and on and on. Absolutely bananas. Very silly. Like really silly. Ridiculously low budget, which is hysterical to me. But then somehow got like a television show, a cartoon show that I watched a lot as a kid. Yeah, really goofy. The sequel is even more campy. The first one's like just so weird and low budget. None of the tomatoes have faces like the cover. The sequel, they're like puppets and they're critters, and it's more of a goofy good time. But they're all very low budget and very cheesy in a way.
Isn't it kind of a parody of like the alien invasion B space movies from the 50s?
Yeah, it's parodying like Body Snatchers or Them, like the Ant movie or like Night of the Lepus with the bunnies and stuff, but tomatoes. Very goofy. But hey, you know what? I like I said, the cartoon has the place in my heart.
Yeah, let's bring it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I've already mentioned enough shitty movies. I'm gonna mention more, but let's bring it up a notch. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh my gosh, I love this movie so much. This was one of those movies I randomly saw, just like it didn't even went in so blind and just immediately fell in love with it. I love this movie. Good pick.
Yeah, and again, what I love about this one is it takes the tropes of horror where it's the teens going camping or, going on a road trip, and the evil hillbillies are the ones who stalk, torture, and kill them. This time it's the opposite. This time it's the teens that are evil, and Tucker and Dale are just two, rural men, like who live in the rural area who are just trying to live their lives. But
they're trying to clean up their hunting cabin. We're going fishing. They got to fix it up. But like everywhere they go, the teens keep like impaling themselves on posts, and one comes chasing after them and trips and falls into the chipper shredder. So it's such a great plot because it literally takes all the tropes and just inverts them in such a perfect way. The teens are out going, and one of the girls goes skinny dipping. She falls and cracks her head on a rock, and Tucker and Dale save her. And they're like, "Where are your friends?" And she's like, "I don't really remember." She's kind of forgetful because she bonked her head. So they're like, "Okay, well, we'll take care of you until we can figure out what's going on." And so they're being nice guys and trying to help her. Well, the teens think the rest of these asshole teens think they kidnapped her, and so they're trying to kill Tucker and Dale. But every time they do, something ridiculous happens, and they like, oh my god, they're running through the woods, and one guy like gets attacked by bees and then lands in a chipper shredder and just blood spraying everywhere. It's so ridiculously gory, absolutely hysterical, and just a perfect inversion of the genre.
Yeah, it's the reverse Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And I love it.
That's the best way to describe it. It's a comedy reverse Texas Chainsaw Massacre where the two rural men are the ones who are getting attacked. They're the innocent ones in this.
Yeah.
The teens are the ones thinking, "Oh, they're the killers," but no, they're and the teens inadvertently end up killing themselves, like you said. But yeah, great film, great. I would definitely consider this more parody than spoof.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it holds out on its own and it tells its own story.
Oh, it's so good. It really is one of my favorite horror comedies. I howled at it, and every time I watch it, I crack up so hard. Great performances all around, and just really fun. They to be that smart with the genre and know how to flip it perfectly. So good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brief mention: Return of the Living Dead. That fits, right?
Yeah. Parody of zombie film along with Shaun of the Dead. I would add that on there.
Absolutely. Both of those phenomenal parodies. Return of the Living Dead is also super meta, which is really funny because like it's aware that Night of the Living Dead is a movie that exists. Hey, I saw that movie, Night of the Living Dead. You got to stab him in the head. He stabs the zombie in the head with the pickaxe, and then the zombie starts screaming. The sequel gets even more ridiculous, even more like spoofy. You know, when they stab the zombie in the head, get that screwdriver out of my head. Gets really ridiculous, and then the third one gets super serious. I love the first and third one. The second one's almost for kids. Like it seems like really goofed up, but I love the first one. And as you said, yeah, for zombie movies, Shaun of the Dead's another really good one. That one was surprisingly good. I don't think anybody expected this movie to be good when we saw Shaun of the Dead was coming out. It's like, I don't know. That doesn't look that good. And then we went and saw it because what else were we going to do? And it's like, oh, this was actually great and super smart and not just your base parody.
And it also came out around the time of the Dawn of the Dead Zack Snyder remake.
Yep.
So I think not long after. So I think a lot of like people's kind of hesitance, I can understand because people probably thought, oh, it's just a cash grab parody on that Sean Dawn, but no. Overall, good parody of. I mean, it's not a smooth. It's definitely a parody of the zombie genre in general. But again, solid film, great film.
I've always argued on my other show about where this lands. Do you put this in the horror section or is it a comedy? Is it more of a comedy than a horror? And I'm always like, well, what is the intention of the violence? Is the violence there to make you laugh? Is it splat stick or is it there to scare you? I think you could easily fit it in either, but the fact that it has all this great zombie stuff in it, it's like, yeah, I think it's a horror movie.
It's kind of funny that you mentioned that. Again, we should definitely do like a video store episode sometime in the future. But like, it's kind of funny where you mentioned like, well, what's the intention of the violence? Where something like Evil Dead 2, more specifically Evil Dead 2, like there's some violence that's more shown for, oh, this is serious. And then there's some where it's like, oh, well, this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think Shaun of the Dead is definitely that same way.
It's tough though, because it's like if I saw Shaun of the Dead in the horror section, I'd be like, I get that, but like if I saw Evil Dead 2 in a comedy section, I'd be like, that's weird. That's a horror movie.
Yeah.
But if I saw Dracula Dead and Loving It in the comedy section, I'd be like, yep, that tracks. That movie is absolutely a spoofy goofiness. I mean, same thing with like Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, because I think again, like Young Frankenstein, I've never seen it in the horror section. It's always comedy.
Yeah, all Mel Brooks, you know.
Yeah.
Those are pretty solid zombie parodies, though.
Oh yeah. So you know what? Since we are doing a parody episode, I think we got to do it. We got to talk about the Scary Movie franchise.
Yeah, we got the sixth one's about to come out, right? I mean,
coming out in a few weeks.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends who worked on it. They were all very excited. They said it was really fun. I think it filmed around Georgia. This was such a moment because it's not the first parody film we've had. We had already had a wave of parody spoofs and remakes, but like this is like the rebirth of this 2000 era Scary Movie. And then afterwards, a different company started doing like not another insert movie genre here, not another superhero, not another teen movie, not another Meet the Spartans, all this stuff. But Scary Movie was in the 2000s, the OG blueprint that kind of set off that wave.
Yeah, it was like Scary Movie and then not another teen movie, which again, with both of those, again, like not another teen movie is kind of a hybrid of parody and spoof because it does spoof certain films, but it also sprinkles its own story in there. But Scary Movie, it's great. It's of course making fun of the teen slashers that were a big thing in the 90s, like I Know What You Did Last Summer, of course Scream, the Scream franchise, and The Imitators, very much a parody of Scream. Fun fact about the first Scary Movie. Did you know the first Scary Movie has actually made more money than any Scream movie?
Shut the front door.
I'm not joking. So let me pull up my fact thing here. Okay. Scary Movie which came out in 2000. Okay, first of all, let me say this. The highest grossing Scream movie right now is Scream 7, which came out a few months ago, which made $214 million. So this is the highest gross. So Scream 7, the most recent one, is the highest grossing one in the worldwide box office. The first Scary Movie made $278 million. So scary.
That's kind of sad, but funny. You know what? Good for them. They did it. The one thing, the bit that gets me in this movie, I love the what that like that as a beer commercial was so funny at the time to everybody, and it became like such a catchphrase. You know, the Budweiser what that, and then this movie just started. Took it to that level. It was just absolutely ridiculous. It's full of funny bits. It's goofy as shit.
Yeah. My favorite bit is when they're making fun of I Know What You Did Last Summer, where they have like the car flashback and they hit the person and Shannon Elizabeth gets out of the car. They're looking for whoever they hit. Shannon Elizabeth gets out of the car, finds a boot. Oh my God, we hit a boot. And her boyfriend goes, where's the foot? That's like, to me, the best bit of the movie.
The first one is also, I think, probably the one that had the most creativity behind it. The rest of them, you can tell, like they had to rush, like, hey, oh, that was a hit. Knock them out. And it's like, guys, we need more movies to come out. We can't make fun of it if the movie didn't. If we don't have more movies, we can't make fun of it. So like as they go, they get weaker, I would say. But the first three, I thought the second one was hysterical too when I first saw it in theaters. Absolutely outrageous and raunchy, and even more like gross out humor than the first one. But they were the first three, they did their thing, and then they definitely did go zomp and fell off after that.
So with the first one, again, like you said, they had a little bit more creativity. Again, this was done creative minds of the Wayans brothers, which, of course, Sean and Marlon star in the film. Of course, Sean, who plays Ray, who's kind of a parody of Matthew Lillard's character in Scream, but of course, but more of a homoerotic overtones to it. So, and then Marlon Wayans is Shorty, who's the stoner. Of course, second one, they do have creative. They are in the creative seat, but again, you could tell it's like they wanted another one. Like, hey,
immediately
let's get another one. So probably didn't have enough time. Or this Scary Movie 2 was very much a parody of the haunted house films, because of course, like we said, the late 90s, we were in early 2000s, and it kind of died off in 2000. We were getting this wave of teen meta slashers.
Yeah.
When that kind of ended in 2000 with Scream 3. But in the late 90s, we started getting a whole wave of haunted house films, like The Haunting, Haunting on Hill House, like the remake. And then
House on Hill, 13
House
Ghosts.
on Haunted Hill. Yeah. 13 Ghosts, The Others, where that was a parody of that. But again, it just didn't, I don't know. It has its funny moments and it's very raunchy. But again, to me, it's a little bit more, it didn't age as well.
Yeah.
The jokes and stuff. Because again, it has a lot of like references to like stuff that was popular in 2001. So it didn't age as well. Then Scary Movie 3, we had David Zucker in creative charge, who did Airplane and the Naked Gun movies, and this was also PG-13.
Yeah, so, weird choice for them.
But again, I think it holds up. It's funny because again, it's mostly parodying The Ring and Signs, which were big at the time. And I think they did a hilarious job in it. But again, sadly, the Wayans brothers didn't come back, but we did get Anna Faris and Regina Hall back. And to me, they carry the movie. Like, they're hilarious.
These were just huge star vehicles for Anna Faris. Like, she made a name for herself in these as a huge comedic actress. And so
did Regina Hall.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Regina Hall, Anna Faris. I never saw anything past the third one.
Oh boy, you're
Oh, do
lucky.
they get wacky?
Scream 4, as the youngsters say, is mid.
Pretty dang mid, guys.
It has its funny moments. It's a parody mostly of The Grudge, War of the Worlds with the Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg film, and Saw. And again, it does have a few funny moments. I think if Anna Faris and Regina Hall weren't in it, I would have hated it a lot more. But again, overall, it's a steep decline from the first three. And then Scary Movie 5, oh boy,
just whack.
That is a steaming pile of shit. I have avoided this movie for 13 years intentionally. Because again, Anna Faris and Regina Hall did not come back. This time we have Ashley Tisdale, for High School Musical fame, in it as the lead. And so this is primarily parodying Paranormal Activity, Black Swan, and Mama. And the Jessica Chastain movie. I think they thought it was going to be probably have more pop cultural relevance. I don't know. Mama seems to be one of those a lot of people forgotten about.
I dug Mama, but it is one of my favorite examples of a movie that the second the credits roll, you're like, they played that as a happy ending, but the second the cops show up, they're like, hey, didn't you adopt 2 children? Yeah, but a ghost took one of them. It's fine. It's cool. It's her mom. Excuse me, what? Say that again. Suddenly, everybody's going to jail, and the kid that the one sister who's still there is going back into foster care. That's a sad ending. That's not a happy movie. Like, that movie ended in such a weird way where you're like, no, because tomorrow Child Protector Services is coming and you are in trouble.
So it's kind of like Sinister 2. I don't know if you've seen Sinister 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where the way that ends, because the first one, of course, ends great, very on a bleak note. The second one, the way it ends, it's like the cop from the first movie is now the main character.
Yeah.
He kind of starts a romantic relationship with a woman with 2 kids. One of them's cursed. And then, like, one of the kids, he's like cursed, trying to sacrifice the family. Then he gets taken by the entity. And then it's just like, at the end, it's like, they're like, oh yeah, one of the kids died, but
there's questions when children just disappear. There's people ask questions, and you get in trouble if you've lost a child and you say it's a ghost. Yeah, that never ends well. Yes, those aren't on our list, but there are a lot of adult films with horror parodies involved.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Paranormal Whacktivity.
Yeah, porn parodies of horror films are it's just there's a lot of them. I definitely did not watch any for my research. The parody market is so strong because they have so much to pull off of in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Behind the Mask is a great one. We've espoused our love for this movie. We both really think it's a good one. But it fits. Final Girls is a great one. There's a weird one that I own on Blu-ray and have not watched yet, but I want to bring it up because maybe it'll inspire me to watch it. Unmasked Part 25. 1989. It's a parody of Friday the 13th films, and it's about a serial killer who is having an existential crisis, questioning the point to all his killings. He's losing focus and why he started to kill in the first place, and he falls in love with a blind woman who doesn't know that he's a serial killer, and he kind of wants to like find a real job and start a family. It is. I bought it on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it yet. So this is one that I'm like, I should have watched it for this, but I don't know what is keeping me back from watching it, other than it doesn't have the best reviews, but some people are like, you know what, for what it is, pretty fun. But we're talking 1989, making fun of Jason Voorhees movies, and it's like, that's still the heyday of Jason Voorhees movies. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if I finally do get to watch this movie.
funny thing is you cannot find this on stream. You can only find a DVD rip on Daily Motion.
Yeah,
if you want to watch this online.
It's pretty hard to find. I like I said, I got a special release of it, which is pretty hard to get.
Let me know how that is, because like you said, this was released during the heyday of while Jason movies were still being made, where stuff like we mentioned before, Behind the Mask and The Final Girls, which are very much parody of like the summer camp slasher films in general from the 80s, where those were made years after the original Friday the 13th films were made. So that's when like already all the tropes were established, and you know, the references to it, where this was still like new.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they went that route, but yeah, I got it on a boutique Blu-ray. Here's the edition that I have.
Is that Vinegar Syndrome?
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
If that's the one that my buddy got it for me, and it's on my list. So let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can watch it. We'd be remiss not to say, oh yeah, Tragedy Girls. Yeah, that's a parody of the era, slasher films and doing it. That's a good one. I like Tragedy Girls. A very neon soaked fun slasher. Two friends go on a kill spree. Always good time.
Pit the blame on the loose killer.
Yep.
Yeah.
How could we not talk about this film and its television spinoff, What We Do in the Shadows? This movie has me dying every time. One of the funniest things about it to me is one of the guys in the movie who plays their like IT guy, who the movie's kind of about him like integrating into this group of vampires. He's a human who just helps them set up their email address. He didn't know he was going to be in the movie so much. He did not know that he was like literally the focus of the film for a big part of it. He's just a buddy of theirs that worked in IT, and they're like, hey, can you set up like emails on it? Do you mind if we film it while you do it? And he's like, yeah, we're going to be in costume. Is that okay? Sure, whatever you want. So they just literally get a normal, regular human being who is not an actor and just like put him in all these situations. So his reactions are all 100% real. And there's times where he's just like, man, I thought I was going to be setting up a router or something, and here I am while these guys pretend to be vampires and werewolves.
So it's sort of like something like what Sacha Baron Cohen did with like Borat and Ali G.
But the whole movie, the whole documentary is wrapped around it. Taika Waititi is in it. It's you know, hysterical. The beginning when Jermaine Clement shows up in the body of a cat, but his face is human. I think I choke to death every time. Every time I see that. I love this movie. The TV show was a big hit for me as well. I loved the TV show. And this one was great. I'm really bummed that we didn't get the sequel, which was We Are Wolves. But hopefully we get one soon.
On wood.
Yeah, right. Love What We Do in the Shadows. You got any more?
Yeah, I'm just gonna spitball my final few picks. Of course, something more of a recent wave that we've been getting the last 10 years, kind of a horror parodies of films that are outside of the genre. Of course, we have Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, which is kind of a horror parody of Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Freaky, which is a kind of a horror parody
Freaky.
of
I really like
Friday.
Freaky.
That one was really good. It's a Wonderful Knife, which is a holiday horror slasher parody of It's a Wonderful Life. And then Totally Killer, which is a horror parody of Back to the Future and It's a Movie.
I like Totally Killer. You didn't like Totally Killer? Pat hated that movie too. A lot of people. I was into it, but I'm cheesy like that.
Here's the thing: like the humor in Happy Death Day to You, Freaky, and It's a Wonderful Knife all worked on me. I absolutely loved it. To me, with Totally Killer, what ruined it was a lot of the overly meta humor. Like one thing that gets on my nerves with a lot of these time travel movies, and they were doing it a lot in Totally Killer, because again, it's about a girl who goes back to the 80s to try and find clues to who killed her mother in present day.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you mean like in that movie Jurassic Park? Oh, wait, it's 1987. Jurassic Park didn't come out. And that was just every fucking punchline in that movie. And it was getting so obnoxious. Oh, like when Barack Obama signed this. Oh, wait, it's 1988. He's not president yet. Like, and it was just every punchline in that. That was just the entire joke. Every one. And it was just like, do you have like any other jokes other than, oh, wait, it's 1987. That ain't a thing yet. Like, it's that and like the superhero movies, like the dad punchline jokes, like when they fight like the aliens or whatever or monsters, and then they like, yeah, we won. Oh, he's right behind me. It's like those are like two humors that two like jokes that I think are so overdone. Like,
he's right behind me, isn't he? That's funny. Yeah, none of what you said is wrong. Yeah, but I don't know why it worked on me. Maybe I just think I like Karen Shipka as a character actress.
Yeah, oh, she's great. But see, the thing is though, me and Pat are in the minority. Like, everyone that I've encountered like love this movie. They like preach this movie's greatness. Where like, I guess me and Pat, we're just like the only ones who are like, yeah.
You saw it for what it was. That's fine. Yeah, and you know what? Like, look, yeah, it definitely, nothing you said was absolutely right. Yeah, it was real cheesy. There's also, I thought you were going to mention this, a whole wave of like IP parodies, like the Winnie and the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I'm a Killer Popeye, Steamboat Willie, Steamboat Killer Rat Willie, like very bizarre. They're not meant to be funny, but to say that because it's like a horror movie based on a children's IP and bastardizing it, I think it's hard not to call it a parody, but they're not trying to be funny. So it's not really a comedy parody. It's just,
well, you know, some of them are like Screamboat is definitely trying to be funny, where David Howard Thornton's playing Mouse parody. And then Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the first one, definitely played it more serious, where Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 was also serious, but it also like had a few things where it was like, yeah, we kind of know what we're doing. Like Winnie the Pooh saying, oh, like the flaming chainsaw.
Yeah,
Winnie Pooh saying it's pooing time, like, which is making fun of the it's Morbin
it's
time.
Morbin time.
Like, yeah. Which again, most of those IP movies are terrible. But I will say Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, the Bambi one, and Peter Pan were really solid.
Nice. Here's my last one. I love this movie. Dupro Party.
Yes.
3. So goofy, so funny. I like any movie that states that it's like a third in a franchise, but there's no 1 and 2. Like, I love it when movies do that. Like Unmasked Part 25. Like, that's super funny to me. Because
Thanksgiving 3.
Yeah,
there's only Thanksgiving 1 and 3. Like,
yeah, exactly. There's one called Not Another Sunday, Part 1, and then Part 5. And it just jumps, and I'm like, that's fun. I like that. But yeah, that's Transylvania 65000. That's an old movie from 1985. Very much a straight comedy, but it's Jeff Goldblum and Ed Begley Jr. In like a horror comedy spoof thing going on. This is one that I saw as a kid and didn't think it was funny, so I didn't rewatch it. But Jeff Goldblum's great, man. How can you be mad at Jeff Goldblum?
He's a legend.
Yeah. Very, very, very good at what he does. But yeah, that movie is a little too silly for me. Elvira.
Yeah.
You know, she is Elvira got her start doing Mystery Science Theater 3000 type stuff. She would tell jokes while presenting films. Svengoolie is the one who's still doing it today, but she in the 80s was a horror host, and awesome horror host. And she has a movie that's fun. It's not really a horror movie. It's just about Elvira coming to town and everybody's like pissed at her for being goth and sexy. And it's not a horror movie at all. Like, it's actually a very straightforward sort of It's more like a cheerleader
Comedy.
movie, to be honest. Yeah, it's a straight comedy, but I have to include it because she spoofs horror. That's like kind of her thing, is she tells jokes and puns about horror movies and cleavage. That's her bit. I love Elvira. I love the rewinds as a character. She's fantastic. Like I said, the movie didn't really speak to me because I love it because it's Elvira, but it didn't speak to me as a horror movie because it's not. It's more like a cheerleader movie or any movie about like, I'm the goth kid in town. I'm the new kid at high school. Nobody likes me and people are gonna be mean to me. But then I win them over because I'm so charming.
So it's just a comedy movie starring an icon in the horror
icon.
community. Yeah.
It's such a funny thing to do, but also bizarre. But she's Elvira is a treasure, so I will always stick by her.
We love Cassandra Peterson.
Heck yeah. That's all I got, guys. What
all I got.
Hit us with the parodies. Are you going to go see the new Scary Movie? Are you excited for the new Scary Movie? Any other ones that we didn't? There's a bunch of them. Like I said, there's a million porn parodies out there. But yeah, the genre is alive and well. As long as a movie has something that you can make fun of, there's room to spoof it. There's room to parody it, and I hope we keep doing it, because that also, if we can't make fun of the things that we love, then what have we done?
Exactly.
We gotta do some plugs and
give away some blood coin.
We're gonna do parody. Did I spell that right? What do you think?
Yeah, you did. You got it.
Yeah, I should check that before I throw it up on the screen, but I'm living dangerously today. Yeah, parody. There we go. Throwing that up there. Go to the Block of Horror, open up a ticket on the Discord, type in parody, get some blood coins.
Surely you paid it. You spelled it right.
My name's not Shirley.
Yes, you got the assignment.
And don't call me Shirley, man. Yeah, dude, airplane's funny. That one still. That's anybody who's done some air travel. Beat me to it. That's great. Plugs, Chase. Tell them where to find you. Tell them what we got coming up.
Of course, see me here every Saturday with you, Aaron, on the Half Hour of Horror. You can follow me personally at OHChase on Instagram and Letterboxd. Follow all things Block of Horror, of course, the Block of Horror virtual world at blockofhorror.com. You can do a lot of awesome stuff there. Check them out. You can follow them on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube channel. We're trying to build the YouTube channel up.
Yeah, watch on YouTube.
Yeah, all the socials, Block of Horror and the Block of Horror Discord. Join the conversation, chat with some awesome horror loving folks, and find out a day early what Half Hour Horror is going to be about before we post it on all the other socials.
Whoa, that's awesome. You follow me here, obviously. I'm on Instagram sometimes, McLean and Abel. I have another show. It's called the Launchpad Podcast. We have two panels coming up to San Diego Comic-Con, which is the end of July. We are doing a Ghostface Killer trivia where the voice of Ghostface calls in and delivers some trivia questions, and we give away a lot of prizes. That one's super fun. At Comic-Con, I'm hoping, I'm going to put it out in the universe to try and make it happen. The producers seem down with it, but I think we're going to do a teaser for Out of Body at San Diego Comic-Con. So that will be at the end of July, hopefully. Get to see sort of the first look at that. And then we are also doing a Terrible Toys episode with a actual toy designer from NECA, which will be really fun because there's a lot of really questionable toys from the 80s and 90s. I have an Oozinator on my wall. If you guys remember what an Oozinator was, it was a Nerf like super soaker that shot slime, but it didn't look like that. It was very questionable as why you would give a slime shooter to children. It's definitely a questionable toy, but I got it because heck yeah. I got to go to the editing bay and watch them put some polishing touches on a scene for Out of Body. I'm really excited about it. I think it's looking good. Got to give some input, and they were like, "Great idea, Aaron." And the editor was like, "It's a lot of work to edit a movie. There's so many options and so many ways to put it all together, and it takes forever. So I think they're going to still be editing for a few weeks, and I can't wait to get on the VFX, man, because I am excited. I've been doing research, a lot of stuff happening. So we really got the. I think we're on to something cool. I can't wait to tell you guys who's in this movie. There's a guest appearance in it that I was really excited about, and I think our sort of cameo from this guy is going to be fun. So that's super cool. And wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna go watch the children's dance performance this afternoon. So wish me the best of luck. And until next time, this has been super fun. Half Hour Horror. We're out.